Okay, so like everyone's talking about AI, right? It's everywhere.
It really is.
But today we're going deep,
Deep.
like deep dive on where AI is going.
Yeah, what's coming next?
Exactly. We've been seeing so much crazy stuff on X. Like, is AI going to solve all our problems? Or is it going to, like, I don't know, take over?
Become Skynet.
Right? We've got a whole pile of articles and threads here, stuff that's blowing up on X. We got to talk Type 1 civilizations too, right? The whole Kardashev scale thing.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be fun.
Super fascinating. So first up, this new AI model that's supposed to be smarter than humans in some ways. What's the deal with that?
Right. So it's not like fully smarter than us, thank goodness.
Okay, good.
But it's doing some things that are really impressive.
Like what?
So, like, you know how AI is usually good at one specific thing?
Right, like beating you at chess but can't make a sandwich?
Exactly. But this new model, it can learn in one area, like playing a game, and then apply that knowledge to something totally different, like writing a poem.
Whoa, so it's learning how to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what has everyone buzzing. Is this the first step to AGI, artificial general intelligence?
Okay, so AGI, that's like the holy grail of AI, right? When machines are as smart as us across the board.
Yeah. It's when AI can think and reason like a human, but, without all our messy emotions.
Uh-huh, hopefully. But seriously, if AI gets that smart, I mean, it could be amazing, right? Solving climate change, curing diseases.
Yeah, the potential is huge.
But also kind of terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what happens to us if machines can do everything we can do, but better?
Right. Like, do we even have jobs anymore? And what about ethics? Can you teach a machine right from wrong?
That's the million-dollar question. There was this big AI ethics conference trending on X, and everyone's grappling with this. How do you program a machine to be ethical when even humans can't agree on what that means?
It's true. What's ethical in one culture might be totally different somewhere else. So how do you even begin to code that?
It's a huge challenge. I mean, do we try to program in some kind of universal ethics? Whose ethics do we choose? And what happens if different AIs are programmed with different values?
Oh, imagine that. AI fighting AI because they can't agree on what's right. That's like a whole new level of warfare.
It's a real concern. And then there's the question of, could AI actually come up with better ethics than us?
Whoa, AI being the moral compass for humanity.
Mm.
That's a mind bender.
It is. It really makes you think about what it means to be ethical, what our values are, and how we want to shape the future.
Okay, so we've talked about the smarts, the ethics, but what about safety? We're seeing more and more AI in our everyday lives, self-driving cars, robots doing surgery.
Yeah, AI is becoming increasingly integrated into our lives, and that's exciting, but also a little scary.
For sure. Like, I saw this thing on X about self-driving cars reaching a major safety milestone.
No.
No accidents in some huge trial. That's incredible, right?
It is. But what happens when something does go wrong? Even with all the safety measures, accidents can still happen. And then who's responsible?
Right. Who do you blame? The AI.
Yeah.
The programmer. It's not like you can yell at the car.
Exactly. It throws our whole legal system into question. We have to figure out how to assign responsibility in a world where machines are making decisions.
So it's not just about building safe AI, but also building a legal framework around it.
Yeah, we need to adapt our laws and regulations to keep up with this rapidly changing technology. And it's not just self-driving cars. This applies to any AI that's making decisions that can impact human lives.
Okay, so this brings us to something super interesting. That idea of AI helping us reach Type 1 civilization status. I saw that thread blowing up on X.
Yeah, it's a fascinating concept, isn't it? So for those who aren't familiar, a Type 1 civilization on the Kardashev scale is a civilization that can harness all the energy resources of its planet.
So like solar, wind, geothermal, the whole shebang.
Exactly. And the idea is that AI could help us get there by managing those resources more efficiently than we ever could.
So no more energy shortages, maybe even reverse climate change. That sounds like a utopia.
It does have a utopian ring to it, but there are also some big questions to consider, like what happens to jobs if AI is managing everything?
Right. If machines are doing all the work, what do humans do?
It's a question we have to grapple with, and then there's the issue of control. If we become completely reliant on AI to manage our planet, do we risk losing control?
It's a double-edged sword, right? Huge potential benefits, but also potential risks.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole conversation about AI so fascinating. It's not just about the technology. It's about what it means for humanity, for our future.
And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, to think critically about the implications of AI, both the good and the bad.
Absolutely. We need to be informed, we need to ask tough questions, and we need to be proactive in shaping the future we want.
So, to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the conversation going. AI is here to stay, and it's up to us to decide what kind of future we build with it.
Well said. And remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to discover and explore in the world of AI.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive. But until then, thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.